Hey everyone, welcome back. Nick with Push Industries. Today we are going to show you how to take your 60-inch HD broom deflector from manual to automatic with the flip of a switch on your dash. Tractor we're putting it on today is a John Deere X739. And as you know, these brooms are awesome. The only downfall or complaint is you have to get off the machine to adjust this deflector. So the first step to turn this from a manual deflector to an electrically powered deflector, we need to remove this plate here and this arm. It's going to be 4 10mm bolts and then 2 14mm bolts. Take the pressure off the spring. Should look like this. Okay, we're ready to start putting this thing back together. We have our mounting brackets here. We're going to reuse our 4 M10 bolts for the base plate, and then we are going to install the added mounting arms for the actuator. It is important to know we have 2 holes here, and we designed this kit. Some people have brooms and snow blowers. They already have our standard chute deflector kit. If you want to switch between your broom and your snow blower, you can use your actuator you already own. For that, you're going to need to mount it in the forwardmost hole in here. It gives you about 85 to 90% of your full range of motion, and you can determine if you want that motion at the top of the stroke or more towards the bottom by kind of adjusting these plates here. If you do want a dedicated system, we sell the correct length actuator in our complete kit so that you get full range of motion. All right, let's get this on. Bracket is installed. Time to put our mounting studs on. Keep in mind that this bracket is offset. So when we go to mount this actuator, we are going to mount it on the right-hand side. Right-hand side meaning as I am looking at the front of the broom. If you did want to mount on this side, you could certainly do that. Just keep in mind on the back portion of the actuator, you would need to shim it out. Otherwise, when you go to tighten it down, the actuator is going to be bent at an angle like this. Starting with the front mounting stud, going to put our spacer block in. And then we're going to slide in our stud, and then these are going to get secured with a 13 in the center and a 17 wrench on the nut. Going to put front and back on. All right, time to install the actuator. Our Push Industries purpose-built all-weather actuator, heavy-duty chute boot, custom design for a D-shaped body, super low profile so your bolts don't squish and wreck your bellows. We've got the motor cover, all internal metal gears, heavy-duty premium limit switches, all-weather grease, and we also run this stainless steel wire lock. Should you ever pull out your wires of your actuator, a lot easier to replace. It also retains them better, and it provides better all-weather sealing. This is the same pack whether you get it for a snowblower or you buy our broom specific, designed for all weather, rain, snow, cold, doesn't matter. Best in the business. Let's throw this on. So before you tighten down, washer here, washer here, washer on the outside. We want this thing to float nice and free. And then we're just going to snug it up with 13 mil socket. So we went all the way tight, and now to make sure the actuator floats freely, I'm going to back it off about 1/2 to 3/4 of a turn. Prior to testing this thing out, wanted to touch back on these adjustment tabs here. So currently the actuator is sucked all the way in. We have all of our strokes. So when I said you could pick up or change your range of motion, what I meant is you would loosen these like so. See, it just slid down there, but you know, we can pick up that much more, or we can go down or up. So you can get a little bit more by how you play that game. We find that if you don't use your broom all that much, it is kind of cool to be able to just flip-flop. However, if you do want a dedicated system, that is the best route to go. Plugs into the same wiring, and you get the full stock range of motion that you would have had with your hand adjustment. Currently all the way up. All the way down. All the way back up. Awesome feature. Can't tell you how nice it is to not have to get off the tractor, not have dirt and debris hit you in the face when the wind changes, and be able to control the spent material where you want it. Super, super convenient, much easier to use, and in the grand scheme of the cost of the attachment, a pretty cheap upgrade. And here's the view from the tractor. We're using our chute deflector switch that's already pre-wired on this machine. And then this tractor, X739, already has our X700 series wiring harness kit installed. Everything's protected in loom. Can't tell what's factory and what's ours. This is the perfect length. Runs all the way up to the battery. And then we terminate our cables for the actuator right up front there. Plugs in, goes to the frame, can stay on year-round. That concludes the install today for the Broom Deflector Actuator Kit by Push Industries. Check this product out and all of our other awesome implement products at pushinds.com. That is PUSHINDS.com.